The debate on where video games stand as a piece of media has been going on since the 90s. Can they be mass published, like Disney movies? Can they be educational, like documentaries? Are they art? Or are they a cheap way to waste time? I believe that just like almost any piece of media, what something is depends very much on the creator and context. Video games are no exception to this, being perfectly capable of telling incredible stories, being beautiful works of art, and can even be relevant in certain fields of study. Firewatch, in that last regard, is very relevant to me in the field I'm going into, Parks and Recreational Management. The game is story driven, taking place within the Shoshone National Park in Wyoming. You play as a fire lookout in the park, a job that's focused around preventing and reporting wildfires, but also has groundskeeping and law enforcement duties along with it. What initially drew me to the game was its incredible art style and atmosphere, but as I played it, the story and characters are what kept me interested. By the time I was finished, not only had I experienced a wonderful story, but it also got me thinking about potentially working in a national park myself one day. I did some research at the time, exploring career paths associated with national parks, and fast forward to now, I'm in the PRM program here at West, feeling completely at home. Back to the game itself, though. How is it important towards the field of parks and recreation? For starters, the game is very inspirational, doing a great job of encouraging people to go out and explore nature on their own. Or as a character in the game puts it, you are here and it's beautiful, and escaping isn't always a bad thing. More people interacting with our national parks is of course good for the people working in them, but also good for the people experiencing them. Getting out and enjoying nature is healthy, fun, and almost always results in a positive experience. The game also increased awareness towards the environment, which is always helpful. As with most fiction, though, the game does fall short in delivering a true experience. Because it is still a game with the goal to entertain an audience, some of the more tedious and boring parts of working in a park are cut out. It portrays the work as a constant adventure, glossing over the repetitive parts of a job like paperwork or procedure. Other than that, it does a pretty good job of showing many of the duties and even tough realities of working with nature. The authenticity of the game is also very impressive. Two of the leaders on the project both grew up in rural Wyoming and had plenty of interaction with state parks. The development team would also go on frequent camping trips to Yosemite National Park, both for inspiration and to research and learn about the real world they are trying to emulate. Again, the game does pretty good justice on what it's like working in or even just visiting a national park. Overall, the game is truly stellar, and I'm glad I played it during a time in my life where I wasn't sure what I would do once I was out of high school. It introduced me to the possibility of working in Parks and Rec, and I believe it also inspired many others in a similar way. It's a fantastic game, and I cannot recommend it enough, even to those who don't often play video games.